Sprite Beatz.
Down cause I'm toe tagging this beat. You mind them under the bean, smoking Prozac in the street. You talking me because of your dough, stacking receipt. And I suggest you getting fit, but you flow. Man, think your beats and your slow. Rapping this with your throat. After a squeeze, nigga flow. Got this is you choke. After defeat and you hope that we can be good and we both happen to be and say so. Actually, so I don't have to repeat that. Lyrical, the come before was hella fluid. Even with a smooth flow, really nothing is rougher. So when I come in the upper, it'll be like a pass to the face of that. Get down or the magazine, you'll be ducking for cover. The evil one feed you nuns. I just wanna see you run. People come with it, you will need new guns. Lethal son, give it to you. 3, 2, 1. Coming up to my level of skills and pivot to a temper to job. Usually abuse will be the high speeches till this begging to stop. Proving the little company to see. In the beginning, like Adam and Eve, the better to deed, the better to be. Together, we're gonna get better sweet. Nobody believe it, got a majority, regularize the product, live it, live it, live it, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it, the set up kind of spread the generation, the infinite rap Splytsecond. I think you to find a rapper sicker than that.
For the phenomenon that I'm bringing, I bet you about to see the valet, the beginning singing. I'm making it with the devil, checking it with my inner demon. The reason I'm wrecking the game in the way, I'ma be defeated. Shout it up with me, believe it. I'm hard to beat on the beat, and what's on the bucket shit is easy, believe it. And that's the reason that I'm a bucket, try to be humble. It's easy to be conceited, giving a fuck. Niggas beefing the heater, leave them deleted. With the speed and delivery, lyrically, I'm the man. And I'ma never be never because the jealous is in your vein. Rockin' back in the bed, I'm ahead of them, better beats in the game. With the niggas right on the beat, I'ma hit the street with the flame. And when you speak about nine, the reverse grain is coming with it. And they keep it in there for sure, I don't know what fucking with it. Thinking ready to battle, make out of the kid. Cause on the fucking shit, it's been a clicking, giving the biz, rubbing the competition. I can with the festival with the shit. If you test on the winning, spit it, professional. Nobody's trying to better when I go check up the festival. So get the point like a death, I'm a winning session. I'm rigging it in an incredible level. Feeling better than ever, competitive. Should be petrified. Leaving the niggas in shock, everything is dropping to electrifying. Coming to reckon, I'm rigging it's rectified. But I'm facing liberty, this I'm a bitch that you should recognize.
Finna open up a can for the whoop bear. Steve and Joe hanging off like your face crooked. Spit a couple lines of down and man, you wanna die tonight, but you were nothing but a rookie. Some of the words you can hear me starting the chainsaw. Couple of verses to make sure the pawns stay soft. Seeking in an answer, trying to stop and walk off you out of the shuttle cause I'm ready to take off. Looking at her and thinking I'm never gonna go home. Sick of living inside a world that's so cold. People are looking at me like I'm the fucking weird one. Taking another one to the head, man, I'm so blown. Walking about the tunnel, looking at the left, I'm making a trip, thinking about the feet, I'm making about the motherfucking nightmare. All this is not a problem, we're on the walk, it's in about to talk about it. Walking to me, talking shit like I'm a ninja. Seeking if anybody would wanna stop, I wanna doubt it. Boom, comes a day called shrapnel. That's enough for the sin, they can tell the fights a target. Getting everybody in the head, they think that's the hardest. I won't be the finisher, but really think you started.
This is the underground. Give me the mic and then I'm a chop. This is the underground. Let him a syllable candidate, let it pop. This is the underground. And nobody in the world is gonna wonder how you know this is the underground.
Wouldn't say that I'm a king, but I'ma be the best they ever seen. If they ever wanna talk about chopping, I could've won a ring. But Kansas City's intricate ventriloquist, a lot of niggas wanna try to copy. Coming up after me, trying to use my patterns and metaphorical segues. I'ma put them niggas in band-aids, cause ain't nobody in the hemisphere that can't take. Been gone a little minute, I went back like an earthquake. Ready to break them off, but I get a lyrical headlock. Nigga been harder to bedrock, rolling something that can't stop. Coming up at a time because all of the niggas the top notch. In the fucking monster with the chopper, I'm a Sasquatch. So I was critical, y'all don't wanna contest it. If they ever do, then I kill them and hit the exit. Kinda like a zombie, I'm eating brains for breakfast. Purple can't be doing it if you didn't get the message. Get in and fit in, make ends, forget about it. Do shows with my roles and clubhouses that are crowded. Freestyler right now, my content's a power outage. Go hard on good songs for sick bars, I'll never doubt it. You don't wanna be the nigga that I kill. People think I'm playing, I'm doing this shit for real. AK-47 is tatted, that's how I live. Never hesitate, they can put it up in your grill. Just give up well, the love when it's not the level of complexity. Jump into the world, most of the first we get turned over heat. But the way they now just like a hit with the heat. Name with the trouble signs, you get the expense and more heat. Whatever they get about best, shit jumps away to the fence. Whatever the bars, whatever the best, we give it to the boss. And the way the whips are there just like me. I'm a sort of like a murderers.
Running hard line, thinking hard fire. Don't wanna run and give me the bring the balls fire for the archives. Dipping the bitches of gasoline before I set them on blazing. Such a with it, they cannot take it. I will never let this heart die. Far cry, but the one is the talent. It's like defeating for the lyricism. We're playing balance. I gotta have it, or it really isn't magic. This happening. Gotta give him the brother of Scott Summers, meaning have it. Taking it back to how it was in the beginning, how it was when the lyrics are most important nowadays. Nobody appreciating the craft, how it's meant to be appreciated. Hip hop is segregated, it shouldn't be. So tell me how 100 is that? Doing the math when I'm ripping you motherfuckers in half. As if I'm Shanks, so I'm turning myself into Jacks. Come to Alice and Hill and get jacked. Ready or not, doing the job, throwing a knife up in your back. Ain't nobody fucking with me, Mr. Hyde. BMD is untouchable when this music. See my technicality is so immense. You should just call me your majesty. I'm a true MC indeed. I'm the millennium. Fucking with speed. I bleed for this shit. You better believe it. I sent my demons to Jesus. He sent him back and me grieving and reaping. He told me reading with weeping. Don't be deceived by the hand you without it. Only means your weakness has been conceived by the evil.
This is the underground. Give me the mic and then I'm a chop. This is the underground. Let him a syllable candidate, let it pop. This is the underground. Ain't nobody in the world is gonna wonder how you know this is the underground.
spelling get a better to be a better center, but the reason the crash on you with a fight. I'm the best that is ever check it, but never kill it above the body sense, the ram game, a pistol line, but the band, but the sound killers, but the count, the band that is still was a second, but just that doesn't go. But if you tell me that the beat is the beat, the beat is zombie high, fuck is the best song. But the bomb, the gun, the fuck ya, I don't give a damn. But the beat, the get a killer, fucking the vicinity with grand, the bike stations like a turkey. Second like a bucket, but it takes him get seven, taking a track in front of the bitch, having it up like a ninja. To make it listen to my vision, making it picture, but the written kill the government, this is what you give it, this was bitch, having a bubble, but the making the business, and everything government, this is special, this making this shit, because the rhythm is thinking about me, but the difference to the clip is not giving it, trying to mimic the zip, jumping about packing a bit of the position, jumping into the problem, I'm taking the bit, get it, making the vivid, giving you with my business, and I'm addicted to working, committed to overworking, the remember the birth of the purpose, like a bit, mysteries,
Rapida cromatico tipo il kung fu. Nel mio vaporizzatore fumo le erbe blu. Unica parola, propulsione con il mio beat in loop. Mi fa strep, impossibile provare a fare di più. Finalmente è arrivato il momento di dimostrare, tirare fuori completamente tutta quanta la mia velocità. L'obiettivo perseguito con il mio talento di fare musica veramente difficile con infinita semplicità. Tutte le volte vado più forte, mi diverto come nelle giostre. Non me ne fotte se non capisci la potenza dell'extra beat. Propongo delle proposte propositive che vi possono far uscire davvero da tutta questa shit sclero. Voglio superare il cielo come un alieno, gli scarsi nemmeno ripeti. Miracoli sotto ci credo, sono sereno come se crollo in un intero. Mica come svevo dopo che scrisse tutta quanta la coscienza di zero. L'unico rapper italiano che possa reggere il livello senza fare brutte figure dicono sia Sensei. Io non mi vanto affatto, sono solamente un fottuto pazzo con il cervello shakerato proprio come un milkshake. So che ad ogni costo miglioro, sono un mostro con indosso un kimono. Se pensano di sfidarmi sono cazzi loro, faccio tornare questa musica negli anni d'oro.
When I step into the booth, I promise you, I'm a beast in lyricism, that's a phenomenal, so I'm not so to my domino, I'm fitting, I'm a go astonishing, come flow with the cover blow to none of y'all left. I'm the chopper with everlasting gas, stop a proper chopper, helicopter, propeller, blaze a mafia. Monsters up quicker than the monsters, when they lost their power in space, jam and turn back into a little hobbit, you garbage, and nothing compared to me when I'm part of some lyrical self-drone. Jimmy Fox must have lost his marbles, taking that again and make it up this time around. I'm the real high, but I said it's about to lay it down my ball, but it's captivated, decimated, dominant, some of the rap game up in the palm of this close wrist, just like I did on my psychosis. I know this isn't what you expected, but I know this. So this kid is testing me, better go get it soaked. If I open in this hole, lip singing that Joe spits better than me and attacking the mic. I'm happy or maybe however you say you crazy, maybe you should just show me respect. I go ape shit and rip the shit open quick scope and leave it a lid open ribs, broken kid poking around in the wrong bit, hoping to hear some dope spits, knowing that it's never gonna be shit sloping sick as they sit back in the puddle of his own shit and quits. It's your only option, study me and get caught watching hopscotching over hot lava rusty and not walking, stop popping off at the mouth with the soft comments. Some of my name on gummers like a flow style. Welcome to the hood, Uzi hold down, time to show out, never slow down, profound lyrics coming at you with supersonic speed. I'm murdering off the dollar, I'm putting them in the motherfucking catch it. I really wanna get the fuck up on the way, spit it on the mic, somebody taking the break, the man, so top of the mouth, popping them on the head, with the brick, seven, hammer, the motherfucking meat, lyrical like sweet chopper meat eater.
This is the underground. Give me the mic and then I'm a chop. This is the underground. Let a syllable candidate, let it pop. This is the underground. Ain't nobody in the world is gonna wonder how you know this is the underground. This is the underground. Give me the mic and then I'm a chop. This is the underground. Let a syllable candidate, let it pop. This is the underground. Ain't nobody in the world is gonna wonder how you know this is the underground.